Greetings one more time. This is part 3 of lesson 2, shapes, part 3. We're going to explore a little more about shapes. Okay, so we're going to continue with the school bus project. There we go. I need to zoom out just a little. Okay, so I'm going to press Control and the minus key a couple of times. There we go. All right.
Someone is at the front door.
We're gonna do
Someone is at the front door.
the steering wheel. Okay. All right. So we want to make it so that half of the steering wheel it's to the left from the center point as to the right, and we're only gonna be showing the upper part of the steering wheel. Okay. So here one more time we're gonna make use of smart guides. Okay. I'm gonna zoom in a little more. Just click it about right there. I think that's good enough. Now I am going to select the ellipse tool. Right. So with nothing selected, or the shape that I'm working with not selected, select the ellipse tool. Bring the mouse over here on the edge at the bottom. When we see this vertical purple line coming up, you're gonna click, hold, press the Alt and the Shift keys. Notice that the circle, it's growing to the right as it's growing to the left and to the bottom. But actually it's growing to the top in 4 directions, to the left, the right, the top and bottom. Okay, so here I keep dragging until I'm satisfied with the size of the circle. Right there, I'm gonna release the mouse. And then I'm gonna release the Alt and the Shift keys. Now I need to make the stroke weight a little heavier, which here in Illustrator terminology, we say, well, exactly that's how we say. We need to make it heavier, which in general terms, it means making it thicker. Only that we don't speak like that in Illustrator. All right, so select the object, go up here. See, right now my circle has 1 point stroke. All right, so I'm gonna click on the line, on the arrow, and I'm gonna maybe give it 5 points. I think that's heavy enough or thick enough. Pretty good. Now I am going to deselect by clicking outside of the selected object. Now I'm going to select this white arrow here at the top, which is called the direct selection tool, which you can access it by pressing the A key, the letter A on your keyboard. So click it. Then we're gonna come here at the bottom where you see the little square, which is an anchor right there. Click it and then delete with your keyboard. And there we have it. All right. So now we're gonna work on a license plate here in the middle. Okay, and let me see if I can get it from this shape, so I don't have to redraw it. So I need the selection tool, black arrow. I think this object is locked. So I need to unlock it first. Control, Alt, and the number 2 key. That'll do. Now I'm gonna click on it and drag it down like this. Okay. Now I need to make it quite smaller, so as not to lose the proportion of it. In other words, I don't want to distort it. I want to press the Shift key, click on any of the anchors and just drag it inwardly, like about that. All right, so now I'm gonna fill that object with white, right there, and I'm gonna bring it up where it was. No, not where it was, right about that. Now I need to make it a little wider. I'm sorry, narrower. Okay, so keep it selected. Go to the right end or the left end. When you see this horizontal two-headed arrow, you click, you hold, press the Alt key and make it narrower about like that. But I think the corners are too rounded. Let me see if I can unround them a little. Okay, so if I go to this widget right here, any of the four, I can click, hold it, and drag it like back into the corner, right there. All right. So now let me make it a little less wide. Right there. I think that's pretty good. Now, if you find it useful, we're gonna do California here. Okay? So with the type tool, click, select the type tool and click, and then we're gonna type California. We need the first letter uppercase, so let me do it again. California. All right. The type of font or letter, font really, what needs to be used here is called Mistral, like that. Look. So maybe as an exercise, you can look for the font online, type Mistral free font. I don't want you to pay for it. Let me see if I can find a similar font, but Mistral is what is used in real life. Let me see, one's called Brush Script up here. Right now, this font that I'm using right now is Myriad Pro. I want to highlight that name. I want to type Brush Script. I know that's not the font, but it's kind of similar. All right, so we'll just center it. And I know the California word goes up here somewhere, and then there's a number. But do however you want. And I think the California word is in red. So I'm gonna do it in red. Just about like that. I'm gonna make it bigger. I'm gonna let it go without numbers, okay? If you wanna do it with this font that I used, it's called Brush Script. All right, pretty good. So I hope you copy the right name for the font that is actually used in real life. It's called Mistral. I'm gonna delete all this. I don't think I need it anymore. Okay. Select it and delete. All right, now we're gonna add some threads to the tires. Okay. So the tires had been grouped. So maybe to work, well, not baby for sure. Let me return it to where it was. I'm going to ungroup. So click on the group, press Control Shift G. There we go. And I don't think I need this anymore, so I'm gonna just simply select it and delete. I should have done this before I centered the two tires. So I'm gonna delete them, and I'm going to select the line segment tool. Okay, and I'm gonna make a vertical line starting somewhere here. Click, hold, and drag it down. Okay. Now I'm gonna thicken the stroke by going here and give it maybe 4 points. I think four points is fine. And I'm going to color the line with some gray color, maybe a little lighter color, right there. Now I'm gonna nudge it inside of the tire, about like that. I'm gonna zoom in just a little. Right. So now I'm gonna select the line. All right. I'm gonna go to the effect menu. Then I'm gonna go down to stylize. No. Distort and transform. And over to zigzag. Okay. All right, let's modify the shape. What if I bring this lower? No, we want some points like that. Now, ridges per segment. So, to be honest with you, I always get confused what this do and what this does. But you can experiment with it and try to memorize it. Let me make this. Let me increase the number. I think originally we had a 4. That's a 5. That's a 6. We want it to be corner. I think something like that is fine. Right, so I'm gonna click OK, and I'm gonna make it slightly shorter. See if I can get a better shape. All right, maybe something like that. Okay. I'm gonna bring it in somewhere in there. Right, notice that all this time, this is a line, a zigzag line. Okay, I wanna convert this to a shape, which it will have the same attributes as if it was a circle, a rectangle, polygon, whatever, but it's not going to be a line anymore, right? For that, I go to the object menu, go down to path, over to path, over to outline stroke, right there. Now, if I want to change the color of this shape, I need to go over here, not over here, like as if it was a line or a stroke. We need to do it here, but that's fine. Okay, so Let me see if I can squeeze it a little more. Or squeeze it, make it. All right, I'm gonna go to the top or bottom anchor. Click, hold it. I need to make it a little longer so it's past the shape of the tire. I think right there is pretty good. All right. Now I want to make a duplicate. Well, in fact, I want to duplicate it and flip it. So whatever is on the left is going to go on the right. Okay, so I'm going to click it, click the original. Yeah, click it. And then I'm going to go to the to the tools panel and select this shape. This tool is called the reflect tool. Okay, I need to double click on it so it gives you the options. Here, simply I make sure this is the option that I need. And then I'm gonna click on preview. All right. Now I'm gonna click on copy. I think something went wrong because it's kind of tilting and I don't want it to tilt. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna forget about flipping it. Since the shape, it looks more or less the same, I'm gonna delete it. So this one, I'm gonna just duplicate it. I'm gonna press the Alt, click on the shape, press the Shift key and drag it out right there. Okay. Now I'm going to select both of them like that, group them. I'm going to center it with reference to the tire. Okay, it's grouped. Now I'm going to select the tire. I'm going to press, the thread is already selected, as you can see. See? It's already selected. Oops. It's already selected. Nope. See, it's already selected and grouped. So with the Shift key, I'm going to select the tire. Okay, I want to select the tire one more time so that the threads are going to adjust to the tire position. I click on the Align panel and click on this button. Wonderful, beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to duplicate the tire because the original tire is going to be the tire and the duplicate is going to mask out the thread, whatever is outside of the shape of the tire. Okay, so remember, the original tire is going to be the tire. The duplicate tire is going to encompass the thread so that nothing goes out of the shape of the tire to the top, to the bottom. Right, so for that I select the, this needs to be on top of the thread. Sorry, the duplicate of the tire. Okay, this needs to be on top of the thread. So I press Control, Shift, and the closing bracket key. Beautiful. Now with the Shift key, I'm gonna click on the thread, right? And then I'm gonna make a right click, and then go to Make Clipping Mask. Something didn't come out right. Oh, it looks like something happened. Let me duplicate let me send this behind tire. I want to do Control, Shift, and the opening bracket key. Now I need to duplicate the tire. Okay? Look. So I'm going to select it, copy it, and paste it in front. Control F. Now I need to bring it in front of the thread. Control Shift and the closing bracket key. Beautiful. All right. I have the duplicate tire selected, and then I'm going to press the Shift key and click on the thread. Just like that. See? This is what I wanted to select. Good. Now I'm going to make a right click over here and go to Make Clipping Mask. Wonderful. All right, so now this needs to go behind because, well, not all the threads are showing, so I'm going to select all of this, then go Control Shift and the opening bracket key. Beautiful. All right, so now I'm going to duplicate the tire. Okay. I'm going to select the tire and the thread. Remember, the threads are now inside of a shape of the tire, okay, which is all right. I'm going to select all of that and group it. I'm going to duplicate this, pressing the Alt and the Shift key, and I'm going to drag it out somewhere around there. Okay, now I'm going to select the two tires like that. Tires, thread, and everything, and group them. Control G. Now I'm going to center these tires with reference to the bumper or to anything else. You can even center it with reference to the grill, with reference to the headlights, you know, whatever, because all those objects above are centered. All right, so I'm going to click on the tires, press the Shift key, and I'm going to click on the bumper. I'm going to click on the bumper one more time, and then I want to click on this option. Wonderful. That's it. I'm going to zoom out, and in fact, I'm going to do Control 0. There we go. Now, the only thing that is missing here is the name or the letter at the top that says school bus. Okay. For this, we're going to use a typing method that is called point type. I call it click and type. You can call it whatever you want. Point type, that's what we call it. So I'm going to select the type tool, and then I'm going to click and type. In all uppercase. I'm going to zoom in just a little so I can see it better. As you can see, the font that is right now by default, it's the one that I used for the plates, the brush script. I need to change it to something called, well, we have a couple of them. It's called Arial. So up here, see how it says brush script? I want to highlight that name, double click on the name, and type Arial, and then press enter. Beautiful. Now we're going to type all uppercase, so you press the caps lock key and type school bus. Now we're going to bring it down here in this corner, right about there. Now we're going to click on this bottom anchor. When you see a diagonal arrow with two points, you click, you hold, then you drag to the bottom and to the right until you fill that space. Okay, more or less like that. Manually center it with the mouse, or you can use your arrow keys. All right, well, this step concludes lesson 3, shapes. right? So I'll see you in another video.